Why is Nano Banana so famous compared to other tools like ChatGPT-5, for example? I get decent images. I had no problems with creating thumbnails. I had no problems with getting images from them and then animating them using other tools. I had no problems. But why Nano Banana and why is it so hyped? I took my time before I made a video on this because I wanted to see what is possible. And here are my 5 things that I like about Nano Banana, which is not so easily achievable with another platform. First things first, Nano Banana does not do anything which the other tools does not do. It is a myth that this is the only tool which can do crazy stuff while the others cannot. You can achieve the same level of output with other tools. Maybe a little more effort is required. But there are 5 things that Nano Banana stands out for me in terms of marketing specifically. You don't need to give context like you have to give a background in the other tools. Nano Banana gets it for some reason. So for easy use, I'm going to use Nano for now. I'm not using that. I'm not going to say Nano Banana every time. So let's just stick to Nano. Now, Nano gets it really well. It gets the marketing context. You don't need to explain specific things. It gets the sentiment. It gets the goal. It gets what you are trying to achieve without having to say much, which is very, very interesting. The second thing is it takes care of a lot of aesthetics. For example, if you have to create a brand imagery for a specific brand using other tools, you have to do a lot of insights and a lot of iterations. Sometimes it is grueling to get the brand specifics, brand colors, brand sentiment, brand tone correct, while magically Nano understands what we're talking about. It doesn't feel like you're generating images from a blank slate. It gets what you're trying to say. It has a basic understanding of what you're trying to do. It leverages multiple formats, whether it is an image input that you would want to give as a reference or a video input. It understands those, and then it is able to work with multiple formats of data media at the same time before it comes up with anything. While Runway and MidJourney are tools which are specifically for artistic expressions, Nano magically gets the marketing psychology right, which makes it ideal for marketing. Needless to say, it can be also used for other purposes, but I was focused only on marketing as a use case. I have a few things that I did that I wanted to discuss with you. If you look at this image, this is a very traditional image in terms of traditional storytelling using images, and this was for a history channel that I work with, and it kind of explains the context. Then I switched to marketing and I wanted to discuss at least 5 different use cases of how you can use this in marketing. Now, on the outset, this looks like a simple dashboard with some text written on this. The background of this is if anybody attends an event, if you attend a marketing event, and if I have to create a custom visual for you with your picture sometimes, and if I have to automate the whole process, that is what this is the basis of that. So basically, I have given a prompt which says create a 3D dashboard. Okay, where did that go? Basically, I gave a simple prompt which says create a HD 3D dashboard mockup showing real time whatever metrics with regards to the event. This was a cloud security event, and then I have certain widgets that are labeled threat level, encryption status, and access logs, and some overlay text which is customized to the individual person. Now, the beauty of this is you may assume that, okay, this is for one person. What about thousands of other attendees who attend the event? Now, the beauty is I can set this as a standard. I can set this as an input where everybody who has attended the event can receive something like this customized with their name, with their custom dashboard metrics through certain automations using both coding and no-code tools like Zapier. Now, to get that done would be a Herculean task using other, I'm not saying it's impossible, it is possible, but it is a lot more effort than what Nano consumed. Now, I will speak more about this later, but you can always go back and say rerun this or change your instructions. Now, if you're talking about product ads, if you have a product situation where you just want to use the same image, but use 5 different models of my watches, I can do that. Let me show you an example. This is something which I want to highlight before we move forward. So let's say I have the product. I have the product model. Image of a model. So I'm just going to upload the format of ad that I would want. And in the meantime, I just want to download HD images of, let's say, 3 varied watches. Right? Let's take this. This is Adobe stock, but let's say, okay, let's take this. No, let's take something from Pexels. Okay, let's say this, right? So you download this. So you go back to your Nano and then you upload this and say, where is that? This. Okay. And you prompt by saying, can you create 3 images with the same model in the same setup or environment, but showcase different watches in the watches image. Simple, right? And one thing you have to appreciate about Nano is it is extremely fast. I remember having to wait forever using pro versions of ChatGPT and sometimes Perplexity or even Grok for that matter. This is unusually fast for the kind of images that you would want. Now, you also can keep account of how long it's taking, right? But let's give it some time, and as okay. Okay, let's give it a few seconds. Let's come back to that. So basically, you can do wonders with product-based ads, which we will see in a second. And then before and after images got way too easier with Nano. Now you can upload, you can either give a reference. I have not given any reference in any of these cases because I wanted to see what happens when I do things from scratch. And if you're finding it difficult to understand, this is a before and after picture. And if you see, the metrics are changed. So I can even customize these metrics, right? So this can be for an air conditioner, for temperature controlled something, for temperature control lighting, I believe, which is being discussed here. Now, it is very contextual, very realistic, very in sync with what I'm trying to promote or in line with product. Then you have images that you can make for personalized journeys. This can be a wonderful ad with whatever I can customize with a person's name, right? This can be very, very, very interesting. And with automations, you can even customize to everybody who is viewing this, whether it is on an emailer or an ad, right? Then I tried creating an animation, which was not possible. So then I had to find a workaround for that, which I will show you in a second. Making images like these, which are very, very, very accurate in terms of the spellings and the flow, was impossible unless you had used another tool called Whimsical, which helped you make these DFDs, or Excali Draw, which was a lot of manual stuff that need to be done. But this is very, very efficient. You can customize the colors, you can customize your backgrounds, you can customize the scenario. So making images which speak about data flow is interesting in Nano. Then you have highlights that you can point different things. This can be very well in terms of using product ads where you want to talk about the efficiency or energy efficiency for that matter. These images work wonders. Then I had something which is very creative where these are all snacks, and then for a snack company, and then this model is created from scratch. I didn't do anything at all, and then it just went ahead and added these like confetti on someone's head, right? Now these can be very, very efficient when you're talking about ads. Now let's see how far our product ads have come. Brilliant. See, do you see this? This is one ad where it has taken the first image, right? And this is the second image of the watch. There will be certain inconsistencies because these images are not very clear. But if you can upload clear product pictures, it will automatically put that on this person, and then without changing context, you can run seamless product ads. Wonderful is what I'm saying, because to achieve the same consistency, you can never generate the same image as it is twice so easily with any other platform. As simple as that. Now this is where things took a turn for me. Once I was impressed with all these things, I said, okay, fine, there must be more to this, right? Now, Hedra is a very interesting tool, and this is what I did. Hey there. Right? Did you see how I have taken a static image and I have animated the arrow? Now, I couldn't prompt it properly, but if you can prompt it properly, it can actually work as an After Effects pointing of an arrow to a particular thing on your footage, right? I've also added some additional animations here. Now, this is one thing which I did. And the second image that I have taken was this, right? It's just a static message with a bunch of snacks floating around on somebody's head, and I was able to animate this, and I purposely used it for a 5-6 second loop. But if you can work with this, if you can make it into a long form video like a 30-second video or a 20-second video, beautiful is your video ad will just be perfect at zero designing cost, zero model cost, zero anything cost, right? Then you have what I really liked about this, because I remember I told you that if this was an event and if I wanted to run this was just a static image, right? So if you see, you're able to animate the dashboard. Do you see how the dashboard is being animated? Right, you can see dashboards moving, you can see this map moving, points in the map moving and interacting. Very, very efficient if you would want to show a very contextual ad for a cyber security or a cloud security ad. Now, brilliant. So this is just a static image that Nano gave me, and then I used another tool like Hedra to animate it. Voila, I have my video ad. So I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is what made me make this video a little later, because I wanted to give you a complete use case list for marketing specifically. There are other use cases which I will eventually get into, but as marketers who want to create effective ads, zero cost, little effort, and avoiding any expense possible, this is the way to go. That's about it. That is my 2 cents on Nano Banana. Let me know if you have any questions, and then we'll take it ahead from there. So that's about it. See you. This is Boring AI Company. My name is Casey. Cheers.